Twitch.tv. All right, go ahead and talk. Okay, I don't think you're audible. I'm audible, but I don't think you are, so we might have to play with the sound settings a little bit. So just pause the game and let's all talk. And Nina, you can talk real quick too.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
All right, I definitely hear me and Nina. I don't know if I hear you. Talk one more time.
Let's go over to your, is it Master stream?
Yeah, you're not audible, so you got to play with your settings so we can get you. Like you can hear me and Nina, but you can't be heard. So I forget exactly how. Like mine, just let me see what sound settings I have because mine always picks up my Skype sound and the other Skype sound by default. Oh, I'm gonna change my stream description to so it doesn't say Nation Wars. Like you might. That might do it.
Oh. Are you actually casting your?
I didn't actually play, but it is my team.
It says Master.
Oh yeah. He's running the stream, but it's like he's running my stream just because his like in order to do a call with multiple people, if I try to do a Skype call and cast, it'll lag to hell. So he's running he's the one that's running all the stuff, but he's sending it to my stream. You sure? You sure? All right, I guess it's going to be the two of us. All right, let me switch back to the game, and I guess we can get rolling. I'll turn down my game sounds a little bit. So I am here, obviously I'm Master, and I'm here with Nina Zerg actually today, and we are going to be casting DeSPA against TAKK from DRATL, which is D-Rank's All Kill Team League.
So our map today, well, our starting map today is Othello, and
Emberg is actually in DeSPA. He is on our team. The players in the top position here as our white Terran, we have Emberg, and in the bottom right as our brown Zerg, we have Artanis XP. Although I think after this game we'll want to play with it so that you can talk as well, because if you're the one obsing, it's going to be really out of sync because you're not going to be talking and we are, but we're not going to know what you're obsing. So it's unless you're you're going to have to either that or you're going to have to really try to talk about whatever we're talking about, or it's going to be a little confusing. So we got SCV going out for Burke heading in the right direction here, and Burke is like a D plus Terran kind of on that border, and Artanis is a fairly solid Zerg. He's got a pretty good record. He's D+. So he's one of the stronger players, I would say, in D-Ranks League here. So it'll be interesting to see what he's got. We've got the Barracks going down at 11 for Burke. And okay.
It's interesting to note that Emberg actually sent out the SCV a little bit early. He might have been concerned about a possible 9 pool on this map.
And did he send it out? Did he send it out after the depot or some other timing between the depot and the racks?
He sent it out before the depot even finished, so he might have been just... Just might have been a touch concerned about 9 pool or something even cheesier.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, Artanis XP is actually going for a 12 hatch and 11 pool. And he's not taking his gas yet, so I'm assuming he's going to be doing a 3 hatch play.
Is what it looks like. And as far as the map itself goes, Othello is a really good map for drops. There's cliffs over like every base, and drops are super annoying. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, the natural has a cliff behind it. Okay, I don't know if the main has a cliff behind it, but other naturals you can take have cliffs behind them. There's cliffs behind the gas third.
The main actually has a lot of area.
That's true too.
So there's actually just a lot of area you can just drop in. And then, of course, the third base with the gas, obviously you can drop behind that too. But another thing to note about the closer third base with the gas, it has fewer minerals than a normal base. And it's also very open. So,
yes, indeed.
So while it gives you the advantage of having a very early third gas, it's also very vulnerable to attack. So, oh my god, as Overlord being attacked.
Oh, it's going to get away though. Okay, it'll get away though. I was going to say that really sucks if you lose an Overlord that early, but the crisis is averted. Oh, the SCV getting killed off by the Lings. Burke not able to keep it alive any longer, so he has not seen the lair timing. He may have scouted the gas, although judging from the position of the SCV, he probably didn't even see the gas timing. I see a bunker going up.
Oh, but, yeah, bunker.
He only has like 3 Lings, so he'll be safe.
Yeah, I think the bunker might be just a little bit of an overreaction, but especially since he put the bunker down before his second barracks.
Yeah, that's a little fast. Although, at the same time, being a D-ranks league, some of these players don't necessarily scout that great, and they're probably just playing, you know, blindly safe rather than potentially die if he pops 8 Lings and he doesn't expect it.
Yeah, I have to put my D level cap on and kind of think like, okay, I didn't scout what the Zerg was doing, so he could be. I didn't see a lair, so he could be getting Zergling speed. If he's going Zergling speed, I want to be prepared for that.
Oh, is Artanis going to see it? Oh, he's not watching. Okay, SCV sneaks out, so he's going to get another scout off, which would be kind of nice for him. And the Marine's coming out to actually pick off the Lings. That's kind of annoying. Artanis will probably want to remake those, or else he's going to be really in the dark about, although he's getting an Overlord in position, but right now he doesn't have an Overlord anywhere they can see the choke, so if Burke were to move out right now, Artanis wouldn't really be aware of it, but he is throwing down a creep colony, and the SCV now waltzing into the base, and we'll see the lair is making. We'll see if he's able to keep it alive long enough to see the actual timing of the Spire.
Let's see. Artanis has just started Zergling speed, so I don't think he's going to be able just to, unless Emberk has really bad SCV micro. I don't want to say bad because that seems a little harsh, but it looks like his SCV micro is not up to par, so even a slowling is going to be able to kill it before he's able to see the Spire.
Yeah, it's dead now, so he won't see the Spire. He won't quite see the lair finish. Although Artanis is a little off here, he does not have enough gas to make his Spire. I don't know. That gas at the natural is kind of late too. I don't know what he did wrong here, but he is lacking gas. He needs.
You're supposed to start the when your lair is when you start your lair.
He's got a third base. He's even got a third base. So he's got a third base before his lair even finished, because that third base is at 200 hit points. But he still has quite a lot of minerals. Like, his muta are going to be really at a strange timing. This is late muta from Artanis.
Yeah, he really should have put down the second gas a little bit sooner if you wanted to go for Mutalist, but
Oh, and here comes a few Marines from Burke stimming, but it looks like Artanis is going to do a little bit of a run by, but it's pretty small, and he's running in there. There's actually only 1 sunken colony on Morph, but a lot more Lings are popping out, and he is running in here right now, and I think there is enough Lings streaming out that he will clean this up okay, but that was close to a crisis moment. But he will hold this just fine. Oh,
nice defense.
Yeah.
Nice defense by Artanis, by the way.
I would have liked to see Burke micro a little more with those Marines. He just kind of stand there and took it against those Lings. He could have microed back a little bit, and the Ling counter not doing a whole lot to the SCVs in the natural. Was able to defend that, but here comes a few more Lings streaming in right now. No Marines in the bunker right now, so this is going to start getting a little bit annoying for Burke. In fact, he seems to have 1 or 2 Marines at all. This is actually a bit threatening, although the SCVs are drilling pretty well, but the Lings are getting on top of the Marines, and if Artanis just starts pumping Lings right now, I'm a little scared for Burke. What is he making? He does have a fire bat out now, and is making a couple more just in case, and can now probably re-garrison his bunker. And we see it's Muta on the way right now. Looks like there's four Muta on the way. Just doesn't have the gas he needs to make anymore. And he has now 5 hatches. As he is adding a macro hatch in his name. Little drone transfer heading over to the 3rd base. And there's no turrets right now for Burke. Okay, he is adding his turrets right now, but he's not adding any to the natural. And he's trying to run by the fire bats, maybe going to attack a turret, or at least see what's going on. He's going to see that there's 4 racks, no other sign of other tech yet. And yeah, a lot of turrets going up in the main, but none in the natural. The Muta just now popping, starting to fly towards the base. I see like 6 or 7 right now. Yes, the Ling is trying to annoy... Oh, never mind. He's killed.
Okay.
So now...
And,
Good.
never mind. I was going to say something, but it was totally off.
Okay. Oh, he's going to come in here, deny this turret. Oh, it finishes, though, at the last second, so not that many Muta. This really won't probably be that threatening from Artanis unless he really has some sweet Muta micro to display today. And back in his base, we see he's getting his Evolution Chamber and his Hydra Den. In fact, he started Carapace at the Evolution Chamber. And Muta's going in the main. 4 turrets here. Actually, 5 turrets here, so pretty tightly turreted up. And SCV of Burke heading now to the bottom left corner is going to see that 3rd base coming online.
And interesting to note that Burke has not started a factory yet, so he's still just going to be on infantry when the lurkers pop out for Artanis. So that doesn't look good for him.
Yeah,
Usually when there's a lot of lurkers popping out and the Zerg is more from the hive, you just want to have science vessels to be able to deal with defilers and lurkers.
The Muta coming in here. Whoa, he's actually losing a few, though. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment, but like you said, there's not going to be any sort of mobile detection anytime soon. And it's important to note, these Raxes were not like +1 5-rack style Raxes. They were added a lot slower. So his infantry count is... Oh, he's on move command! Oh no! Oh no, the Marine's on move command. But do shred a lot of Mutas as Artanis is a little out of position, but he loses a lot for nothing. But he added them at a slower rate, so he doesn't really have the same Marine count that you'd expect from +1 5-racks, but he is stimming his way over here towards the 3rd base, but our Hydra is morphing.
He actually did like 2 racks, then Academy and Engineering Bay, and then he added on 3 more.
Yeah, but
so
he didn't add... and he didn't like add the 3 more immediately. He added like 1 at a time slowly. It was a little bit of a different style of adding them. Alright, so 1 Muta tickling these Marines here, and the Lurkers are almost done for Artanis at his 3rd base over here, although they're kind of on the wrong side of the ramp. They're going to have to do a little walking. But he is heading over there. Oh, 3 Overlords getting caught out in the middle, so a nice little catch there for Burke.
Okay, it just has to kite the Marines against... Well, I guess he's not going to.
Okay, he's like balled up standing on Lurkers. I hope he moves these. Okay, he's going to move away. Oh, Lurkers burrowing on the ramp, and medics are going over here by themselves. Not the most effective attackers. Unfortunately, will not be able to make it in either.
And it's important to note that they do not have the blind attack, so if he does, in fact, scan the ramp, his medics will not be able to blind the lurkers.
That'd be a cute tactic. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I saw that used in a game? I know it's been used, but...
Boxer.
Boxer? Yeah, he'd be one to do that for sure.
That's the only time I can think of it.
I do remember games of blind, a game of blind on Match Point. I think it was C really blinded observers.
Oh yeah,
situation.
I do recall something like that. So Queen's just now going down at the 11:30ish mark, which is okay. Except normally ideally you want to have your hives started around now. But since Mr. Emberg's tech is a little bit delayed, it'll be okay.
And Emberg is getting... Oh, he's going to starport with... Is there a facility? I don't see a facility yet. Emberg is getting close to 1-1, and Artanis is on the way to 2-1. It's like a quarter done. So Artanis has got double Evo going, so he's going to be getting pretty good upgrades. Burke has not added a second. Oh no! He's walking into a bunch of lurkers. He needs to pull back from that. Alright, there we go. And does manage to do that. But the fact that he hasn't added a second eBay leads me to think he is going to go ahead and mech switch here at some point, but hasn't started that yet. I would think if he was going to stick with Bio, he'd have a second eBay going on, and he is taking a third base.
Oh, his tanks can't get out. He has to kill
the bunker. I think he could also kill the power generator if he wanted to, but the bunker has less health. Lurkers! He's walking into lurkers again. All his mags are getting shredded. Why? Oh god. Okay, this entire force just walking into lurkers over at the third base.
Oh god,
that was unfortunate.
That was like Steve Buscemi getting pushed into the wood chipper.
So Artanis has a big lair army. That's another thing to notice. The hive is late, so he kind of delayed the hive in favor of a lot of lurkers. So the scary thing for M. Burke here is that he's taking this open third against a really big lair army. So he's going to have to be so careful with this. And here it is moving out right now. A few lurkers burrowing, and all these Marines are just going to die. There's actually no medics to even support them. And I'm pretty scared for Ember because he's actually behind in supply and just does not look prepared to deal with a huge lair army like this. Lurkers are swinging in the attack a little uncoordinated, but there we go. Some starting to burrow now. More rushing in. All these lurkers are burrowing. He needs some micro back from them, but he looks like he's just going to stand there and fight. I don't even know. Okay, there's a scan down. Turrets are going up, but everything is getting annihilated for Burke here at the third base, down to just 50 supply, and he's going to have to vacate the space for sure. And he's killed that bunker off, so I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm holding.
He has to use the imbalance of the command center left now.
Yeah. Do you remember that post? Some guy made a post on TL that was like, TVZ is IMBA, and it was all because command centers could lift. It was like this long rant.
I believe that was Atlas Mech, actually, wasn't it?
I think it might have been. That name is familiar. I'm spurring on these undefended medics.
Oh my god, he's going to do
CP4 in the wall. What? Okay, they don't die, but at the same time, Emberg is defending with a single tank. He can medic block for the tank, but medic block isn't so great against lurkers. And Artanis is just consuming bases. He's on 4 bases. Should probably tell the drones in mine there. Getting his 4th gas. He's got his hive. He's got an Ultra's cavern. There's going to be notifiers. He's going to go straight to Ultra and pretty much just power through anything Burke has remaining, which is, in this case, just 2 tanks and a few Marines, 5 Marines seemingly up in his base. But I just don't see him holding. This is going to be a lot of stuff.
Actually, when I think about it, in D-Ranks League, if you're a D-Rank, it's kind of hard to control defilers. So why not just go Ultras? That's actually pretty smart.
Although at this point, in this particular game, I would say it wouldn't even really matter because Artanis is double the supply. I mean, there's 3 tanks, and he's taking his only Marines to drop.
We'll have to see just how effective this drop is.
I'm going to be honest, for him to win, I feel like this drop needs to kill 2 hatches and the tech in the main. Then maybe. Which would be the most hero of all drops. Although it's D-Ranks League, so, I suppose in a league like this, a drop could do that. Although Artanis has some pretty... he actually might miss the dropship flying over. And, whoa, a Ling runs in somehow, getting on top of this tank. And here comes the big attack from Artanis. Bunch of Lings, and there's like 8 Ultras running in. They actually have speed, and just instant GG from Burke as Artanis rolls over him, no problem.
Good game. Oh my god.
What do you say? I will let you know at the start of each game then. If you want to play it perfectly, you can go to sleep and breathe quietly by your computer. Artanis is indeed the player from TAKK. And he'll be against Obelisko, I do believe, as he was the player I sent out second. Sniper Ridge. Obelisko against Artanis. So a little background, Obelisko is another player noted for being pretty strong in this league. He recently had a run of like 7 or 8 kills in a row in D-Ranks Game of Thrones, which I actually broke. And then he's just had consistently solid results. He's had a pretty deep run in one of the D-Ranks individual tournaments. So as far as D-Ranks players go, Obelisko and Artanis are both fairly strong.
I personally would give the advantage to Artanis.
I would agree with you. Artanis has really good results, to be honest.
And if they're playing on the new Sniper Ridge, the Terran really can't set up like a contain at the top of the ramp which is kind of annoying because normally what you do in TBZ is you try to just pressure the natural of each Zerg base, and when you have that high ground, it's just that much easier to do. But now that there's that alternative path that you can do because you have the second ramp, you can't really just camp the high ground anymore. Which is also really annoying for Protosses against Zergs, I should point out.
I'm trying to figure out what do you mean by alternative ramp.
Well, you'll see in a sec. Okay, so this SCV. Oh wow, is this the old one?
I'm not sure. I don't remember alternate. Where is the alternative ramp on the new one?
It's like you see where Purple's Overlord is? It's like right where that dead tree is.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you can like go around the high ground or something?
Yes, it's
Okay.
really deep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because that high ground's pretty obnoxious to break. Obviously, we've seen lots of PVZs where Zerg goes pretty quickly for a strong lurker contain, and with the advantage of the high ground, that's obviously pretty obnoxious for Protoss to try and break.
So, seeing as how they're using the old Sniper Ridge, I don't actually think it would be a bad idea for the Terran player to go mech and just siege the top of that ridge there.
That's certainly one option, and we do have Overpool from Artanis as well as a quick gas, so probably 2-hatch layer. And Artanis is in fact getting gas, although he's also taking his expansion.
Or Obelisko's. You mean Obelisko's getting his gas?
Yeah. And he's also got his expansion throw down. So it's not like traditional mech, because he's getting the expansion. I don't know what build he's going to do. But the gas is fast.
I actually do not like traditional mech because I feel like if your harass is not strong, then it automatically puts the Zerg player in a huge advantage, and obviously that's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. If you fast expand and then go into mech, you don't necessarily need to do a strong harass to put yourself in a position to win. And he is getting a factory.
Yep. Just have a bunker up, so he should be totally safe against these 4 lanes here. The lair is on the way for Artanis, who's also added a 3rd hatchery. He might have actually placed the 3rd hatch before the lair, but the lair is pretty quick. Lair started about 3:30 or so.
Yep, he's definitely going to have really good Mutalisk timing. So,
and, yeah. I guess we'll just have to see. I assume he's going to go for Elias the other. Oh, the Ling's actually running in here, and do pick off a Marine, but not much else. Oh, actually, I think he got an SCV or 2. This Ling is sitting there with 2 kills.
He did get an SCV.
Yeah, I think he must have.
he might have to put down an engineering rate. For some reason, there's 2 idle SCVs in his main. Oh, okay. Now they're building stuff. Oh, he's building a starport.
2 starports actually. So this is gonna. Okay, so this is the race. This is the expand wraiths. In fact, I remember Pi was talking about this, trying to win this build. This is actually what Pi was using now against 2H Muta. It's like, now he was doing like expand 3-port Wraith or something like that, so we'll see exactly what Obelisco does here.
I feel like this is extremely risky considering that Obelisco has not scouted since the beginning of the game.
He does have an SCV in there now, but... Oh, he sees the Spire timing, and he actually gets in. Artan is trying to prevent that, but unable to do so.
But a lot of D-rank Zergs, their solution to a quick gas from the Terran and then into mech is to go speedlings. And obviously Wraiths have very... they take a long time to kill with ground units, so a lot of speedlings would easily kill us, which makes us kind of risky. But I think against Mutalisk, it's gonna turn out okay.
Oh, it's Hydroden actually. All right, so this has got a little more interesting. For some reason, I actually thought that was a Spire just by clicking on it. So it's Hydroden. That's interesting too. Why get the lair if he's not, and he's not getting lurker? So why get the lair that fast? I don't know what the decision making here is. Do you have any idea? You being the Zerg player.
Possibly get Overlord speed because if his opponent's gonna have mines and wraiths, then it's always a good idea to just have Overlord speed so you can spot the mines and take them out of the field, and be able to just get your Overlords to safety.
Although it's interesting because I don't think Artanis has scouted the race. He might suspect the possibility of it, having seen the Vulture.
Well, he just did have an Overlord get shot down by Wraiths, so he definitely knows that there's Wraiths out. Overlord speed is not started yet, so I'm not sure what the lair was for. Maybe he was going for a fake Muta, and it's kind of hard to tell.
He's getting +1 Hydra attack on his Evo chamber.
Well, that's... Normally when you go Hydralisks, like Mass Hydra, it's actually a good idea to get the ranged attack instead of the Carapace.
Which makes sense. And let's see, he is building up quite a few wraiths. He's got 4 right now, 2 more on the way. Cloak is done. It looks like he was potentially, I think he got Cloak. And I'm curious to see, are we going to see Harass, or are we going to see like a Wraith push? I mean, he hasn't done anything so far with these Wraiths.
He did shoot down an Overlord. I hope he shoots down a Cockaroo.
That'd be nice. Those things actually scare the crap out of me in the game. I always see them flying around as like yellow dots, and they startle me.
Also, Artanis took the 1126-ish position.
Very specific right there. Interestingly, not the high ground main, though. He's taking the low ground. A lot of times, the Zergs take the high ground main to make lurkers on the ramp. But against mech, that's not quite as effective of a base defense strategy. Oh, and now we're transitioning into more bio stuff, so adding 2 more Raxes.
Bios? Oh, okay. Well, it could be good because if he adds on... Well, he could get a dropship, and since the Zerg player is mostly going Hydras, if he does a big Medic Marine drop, it'll actually be really effective against the Hydras, because Hydras are not that good by themselves.
Something that I have to point out right now as the race are moving out look at the position of his Hydras, and look at his bases. There's nothing there. Now, the race might engage, but if he holds the Hydras off and just goes and harass... Okay, he's not going to. He does have a few tanks there, so I thought he might just go with the race to the main. But he's going to use them to defend, as there are a lot of Hydras. We do have 2 tanks on high ground. 1 needs to siege up, and now we'll just have to see how the defense is. I think he's going to hold just fine with 2 tanks and Cloak Wraiths and no Overlords. The bunker does fall, but I don't think it matters. Everything here is just going to get obliterated. There's not even a Sight Overlord. And Artanis is not retreating. He's just going to go through with this, although the Wraiths are going to chase and pick off a lot of these Hydras, I think. Or they're not going to chase. But he held that quite easily.
Oh, and there's the Overlord speed for Artanis. I think he might have forgot it, but I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes what's going to people's
Oh, he's now getting
minds in the
dropped. He's
blind.
getting dropped now.
Yep, drop is pretty good.
It's pretty good, although if it's just Hydra with the bio switch incoming, I'm not sure how effective it will be. I mean, 3-hatch Hydra can work, but he's going to have a lot of bio, and he's already got some tanks. And now here come the Erase into the main. See how many drones we can pick off. You can probably just camp these drones. No Hydras in sight. 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. Not 5 yet. There goes
Pick off the Overlord.
Yep. Cloak now. Cloak. Oh man, this is starting to look ugly. That's like, 6 or 7 drones and Overlord. Another Overlord's gonna die here in a sec. Still can't see these wraiths. Oh my gosh, he can pick off so many drones. If he's got good wraith micro, Artanis is gonna lose a tremendous amount of drones, and all his Hydra are busy defending here too. So, Obelisko is gonna fly the 3rd. That's gonna suck. If he knows about it, which I think he found, I don't remember. Gonna find another. Artanis gonna have to cancel this. Oh, is it gonna go there? Oh, he's not gonna go check the bases. No, what?
Oh my goodness.
So why? Go check. You could have killed like everything there. There's 1 Hydra defending. Although he is throwing down a 4 now.
He should uncloak the wraiths too, because there's nothing pursuing them.
Yeah.
And
going 5 racks. But, he's done decent damage. He killed 8 drones, 2 Overlords. Not a bad start. And, of course, he totally defended that Hydra attack with the loss of a bunker and a Marine and about 5 seconds of Pult FCV mining time. Oh, is he gonna... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, is he going to straight up take on this war colony?
No, that wouldn't be... That would be a really bad decision, I think.
Usually not worth it. Maybe if you have 10 or 11 and there's nothing in sight, but he's only got like 6, and he'd lose several trying to kill a war colony. They're pretty beefy.
They're actually the most, well, I should say the, what's the word? Most heavily armored anti-air building you can build in a game.
Yeah, they're quite strong. You can lose if you attack them with just like, I forget if it's like, I think it's 6 muta you need to kill an individual spore. Like if you attack with 5, I think you lose.
If you A move into it, you will, but if you take one out and
yeah.
Also, I should mention that spore colonies are probably the ugliest of the anti-air unit or buildings. They're just like a blob of like, I don't even know.
That is a fairly beefy push here from Obelisko. It looks like a group and a half of Marines, a few meds, 4 tanks, 2 vessels, and a group of wraiths. So pretty scary. Strong. And the thing is, he's got a queen out. He's got 2 queens out. Is this going to be in snare? I'm thinking in snare, but we'll see. He's going to barely have lurkers in time, although if Obelisko rushes here, he can probably get here right before these lurker finishes, which would really suck, because they're not going to be buried on the high ground. He's going to be able to surround them before they come in. Here comes Obelisko rushing in. Should pull the vessels back. That is so many Scourge. I'm surprised he's not rushing up here a little faster. He does manage to save 1 vessel, but does lose another. All right, the lurker do finish. And yeah, Artanis rushing for the high ground ridge. And he is just going to try to run right in here. Obelisko needs to spread. He's pulling back. And there's a lot of Marines dying. But all the Hydra are going to evaporate pretty quickly too. And Heavy Tanks is quite strong against Hydra Lurk. As he is... Well, he's gotten rid of most of the Hydra. It's just the lurkers now. That is a big stream of reinforcements too. And the queen is standing around awkwardly. I don't know if it has the energy to do anything it wants to do. It needs 150 if it was broodling. I don't know what it is for a snare.
And snare is actually 75, so he could have done it in snare. Obelisko's looking pretty strong right now, and since Artanis won the last game... Artanis won the last game when he was brown, so brown could be the color of the day.
Oh, the Scourge all going for the race, probably the lesser target here, the lesser priority target. Okay, so he ensnares siege tanks, which it isn't quite meaningless, but it's not that great. I mean, snare does slow the attack rate, but, unfortunately the bigger issue is that everything's gone right now. Like, Artanis has 4 bases, but he has no units. He's got a queen and a Hydra, and probably some more stuff in production. But more and more tanks are coming, and Obelisko is reinforcing with a bunch of medics and a bunch of Marines and a bunch of medics.
That being said, well, actually, there's not really that much. Artanis RTS could sacrifice natural and try to camp the top of the ramp, but without defiler, oh, it does have defilers, but where are they?
You got a defiler
It's
mound. It doesn't have defilers.
Yeah. Now, if he camps the top of the ramp,
I want to mention Artanis is making a spawning pool in the top left. He's got one in his main, so I'm not sure if he's just worried about losing his main and doesn't want to lose lings, or what.
Yeah, it seems a little bit premature to start his spawn as spare buildings, but
at this point, I can't help but think if he had defilers, this game would be totally different right now. But he's not making any, and there's none on the map. Nice job here at the top right, though. Obelisk trying to ninja command center, and Artanis all over that. Oh, loses a vessel to Spore Colony. Little sloppy there. But Artanis, or Obelisk is pretty... Whoa, that is a lot of queens. This has got to be a Broodling attempt. But Broodling isn't that good against Bio.
Let's see, well, he is getting Broodling at his Queen's Nest.
Oh, there's a long way from energy. 63, 63, and 110, just not what you want. And he's going to lose his natural. And there's stuff floating out from the third and fourth now. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of a counterattack, but Obelisco is keeping some stuff back at home. And there's no Defiler support, so pure Zergling, not that scary.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, he probably does have the Adrenaline upgrade, because he has the Hive, but his upgrades are behind, I think considerably, actually. No, actually...
1-1 versus
1-1.
1-0. Oh, there's the Defilers. Defilers consuming. Alright, unfortunately, it's kind of too little too late. He did lose the Nat. Don't go too far, Defiler. Of course, Obelisco has 3 vessels, so he's got a decent number of Radiates here. And it looks like Obelisco is going to head straight towards the top. And he's going to maybe also move out with these 2 Marine forces, so it's going to be a massive Marine force. And we've got a drop in the main. This is pretty nice. The Queens and Scourge are not what needs to be coming to fight this drop. It actually hasn't killed that much, though. It's only killed 3 drones so far. Oh, where's the swarms? Oh, everything dies before the swarms can come up, chase through the fire for a sec, and now the drones are being pulled. He needs to evacuate with the drones, but there's nowhere to go, and at the same time, decent multitasking here from Obelisco as he charges into the third, and there's no Defiler here. The third is completely dead, and there's no Defilers in the fourth either. Artanis is on the verge of losing everything right now. I don't even know if he can defend the drop.
Even his life!
That might be a slight exaggeration.
Oh,
but...
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Unless this game was of super importance, but that'd be a sad way to have someone leave our league.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't that dire, actually.
Oh, Puka also chilling in our little chat here.
Letting us know that he was going Hydra to counter the Wraith.
So Obelisco played decently for a while, and then he just went Psycho mode, and he's drop and counterattack, and Artanis was just totally unprepared for that. I mean, he was behind to begin with, but if he would have had Defilers in position sooner, I think that game would have been really different, to be honest.
Yeah, he did have 4 bases, so it's not inconceivable to come back from behind if you're Zerg and you can defend 4 bases with Defilers.
Yeah, especially since Obelisco is only on 2 bases. I mean, if you've got 4 bases against 2, you're in a comfortable spot as long as you defend those bases. And once your Defilers are out and you're running on 4 base, that's a great spot to be if you've taken little to no damage. And I mean, yeah, the race killed 7 drones, but our Artanis had his 4th up pretty quick and all that. It just, unfortunately, he didn't make Defilers. Alright, so I'm ready when you all are. Go into Game 3 on Fighting Spirit. The series is tied 1-1. So, spawning in the top right-hand corner as our Blue Zerg from TAKK, the All-Kill Kings, we have Legendary in the bottom left-hand corner. As our Purple Terran from DeSPA, we have Obelisco. So Obelisco we've talked about, and Legendary, another strong Zerg. He's one of those players that can touch C- from time to time. But doesn't really rank.
Well, he can definitely get C-.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like someone who gets like 50% C minus, and so I would say his chance and our Tannis is about like I would say he's like a strong D plus player. So I would think Legendary actually has a better chance here.
Yeah,
And
I don't know how Leg ZVTs. His ZVP is fairly solid, but I don't know how he does at ZVT. So, although for most Zergs it's their weakest matchup, we've got a little bridge overlord here from Legendary. And Depot on the way for Obelisco. And of course, everybody knows this map, Puka's favorite map in the world, Fighting Spirit.
Oh yeah, Puka actually recently told me that he loves Fighting Spirit, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna actually make a T-shirt with Fighting Spirit on it that he's just gonna walk around with.
I would totally approve of this. Puka, I'm glad you've had a change of heart. This is nice. And it looks like we've got 2 drones going out here for Legendary.
Yep, he's gonna put one down to expand and one to scout, and is pausing the game. Apparently his cat jumped on the keyboard, so he had to pause the game.
And let's hope the PP doesn't mess up the replay. I've never had that happen, but when I was casting Nation War today, there was a PP and then draw versus Ace, and the replay bugged. Although apparently the rep fix thing from Chaos Launcher will actually fix that, but I didn't know about that at the time. So Legendary kind of sending Overlords everywhere, but no Overlord is yet headed to the correct direction, but he does now have a Drone Scout. And so far everything looks pretty typical. Looks like it's going to be 1 Marine expand from Obelisco. And he has seen the 12th hatch, so he's finding out he could probably cancel the Marine. Oh, he does cancel the Marine. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he's going to actually take his command center before the second depot, so props to him for
that is the
having the am I allowed to say balls?
Sure.
He has balls.
Although, in fairness, he did scout the 12th hatch, so it wasn't like a blind. He was actually making a Marine, and he did scout the 12th hatch and cancel the Marine, which is a good response. I mean, you just don't need to make the Marines first if Zerg is 12th hatching. And 3rd hatchery gas on the way. And again, a really fast gas here from Obelisco. A lot of times you don't see that till after the 2nd barracks, but he has opted to get gas after his 1st. Which makes me wonder what we're going to see.
Could it be another 2 ports into a bio push?
What's gonna be factory? Okay, so we do have a factory. But still options. It could be Volcanic. It could be 2-port, 3-port Wraith. A lot of options here. And Lair is started just now for Legendary, and his 3rd hatch finishing up. And so far, everything looking pretty darn standard, just droning up and playing as normal as possible.
Too normal.
Too normal, too standard, too boring. Wait, he's playing standard and boring on the most standard map.
Yep, it's just, what do you know?
Is this even gonna make it in? Oh, I don't think it will. Nope, ninja.
So it looks like Obelisco is sending out 2 SCVs, so he probably is gonna. Yep, he's getting the 2 star ports.
Yep. And a Vulture. Or last time he made 1 Vulture. We'll see if he does the same this game. There's actually no Sunken Colony yet, so I don't know if he's gonna get the Vulture or not, though. It's looking like a no, but he might still make it a little bit later.
Oh, he's getting the Vulture.
There we go. So I'd kind of like to see a Sunken get added, or that's going to be a little scary.
It doesn't become scary until...
Actually, he'll have link speed done too, so...
There are Zerglings outside of Obelisk goes natural, so excuse me. Obelisk would have to kill the Zerglings before a sunken colony became a problem.
All right, now he should add
Or
actually, he's made like 8 more, 10 more lings, so he doesn't even really need the colony, as they're speedlings against slow volt, so not very threatening at all.
And not going to. Oh, he's trying to intercept the vulture with the speedlings. Now, I would think that he would try to hide the speedlings from Obelisco and then just go around and backstab him, but I don't know. I'm a backstabber.
Alright, so we've got Spire almost done. So this time it actually is a Spire. For real, it's a Spire. It's not a Hydra Den. I promise it's a Spire. The obs can even click on that for you to prove that it's a Spire. And 2 more Wraith on the way. So first 2 Wraiths in production right now.
It's not a Spire, it's a Hydra Den.
That'd be a hell of a trick. That is the Spire-est looking Hydra Den I've seen in my life. Oh, and an immediate +1 Kara on these Muta. That's really interesting because most of the time I feel like you get +1 attack if you get anything, right? Isn't that more common against Terran to get +1 attack?
Against Bio,
yeah,
you get the +1 attack. Against Mech, you get the Carapace.
Okay.
Because against Goliaths and against Goliaths, first of all, they do like 25% damage because Mulas are small and Goliaths do explosive damage. So if you get
oh, Ninja Ling, what? It runs by the bunker, it runs by everything. He definitely sees at least 1 starport. The second starport may or may not have been vision, but that Ling was just like, he doesn't give a fuck. Never mind, there's a bunker and a bunch of Marines, just walks in. Unfortunately, it was a suicide mission, but hey, props for being such a boss. And it looks like we've got Muta on the way for leg, about 7 or 8 of them. But there are turrets up, and there are Wraiths to defend. So we're going to get to see a little Muta Wraith dancing.
One of the turrets, like the starports, are not in range of most of the... Oh, he does have cloak though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's going to make them run. And he's going to need to bloom with these Mutas, or he's going to lose a lot, unless there's an Overlord coming up to intercept them. And there we go. He does lose 1, he'll probably lose the second. Nice control here from Obelisco. Good target shooting. Or chase shooting, moving shot, that's the word I'm looking for. And we've got Overlord speed, we've got Lurker, a 3rd base is done, 2 creeps are being made at the 3rd base. And no spores have been added yet, but...
I presume that the one that's close to the minerals is going to spore. Yep.
Most likely. Oh, you called it. That's hacks right there. Future hacks. Drone transfer over to the 3rd. We've got +1 armor being started. Lurker finishing up, so...
Even though Legendary hasn't really done any damage with Mutalisk, he's actually in a really good position. He's actually... I would say he's ahead by quite a bit.
And that's actually reflected in the supply. He has a 5 supply lead, which is pretty atypical.
Just having Wraiths against a 3-base Zerg is kind of sketchy.
Sketchy. I'll go with that. Especially as more Hydra come out, as Wraiths don't deal with Hydra very well. Lurkers are being made, though. And now he's actually switching over 2 vessels, adding a 2nd control tower, so he's going to switch into making double vessels, and he's got a few tanks as well, and now has 5 racks, is producing a round of medics, and then I think we'll see some Marines, and it'll probably move out pretty similar to his game against Artanis. It's worth noting Queen's Nest half done. And every base is spored up with at least 1 spore. Not necessarily covering the entire mineral line, but enough to be a nuisance and help a little bit with detection.
Well, it's kind of okay because his Hydra speed is like... Oh god.
Cloak and turn around, there we go. Alright, so 1 Muta perishes, no Wraith perish so far. There's actually only one lurker at the ramp. It'd kind of be nice to have two, but it's not like Obelisko's running across the map with Bio. So, oh, why does he not stay to kill these little visionlings? Obelisko, you're like flying over them. Oh, and a fourth base already going up for legendary. So pretty similar to Tannis, pretty quick fourths. And Hive as well.
It's a little bit different than Artanis' style because Artanis took the far away expansion.
True.
Whereas Legendary is being a little bit more safe by taking the third expansion that's closer.
Oh, Rage Clicking, but an Overlord showing up, and now the race need to do turn and run.
If he can pick off the Overlords, he can make the Mutalisks run away.
Yep, but it looks like Obelisko doesn't want to risk it. Just building up his sizable Marine Medic army. He should have vessels out. I don't know where the one went. He was making one way earlier. Now I only see two in production. It's either rallied somewhere. Oh, it's rallied over his command center. Okay. Blending in with the CC. Camouflage vessel.
So now Legendary's kind of starting to slip just a little bit. I would like to see more Zerglings and more Lurkers because just such a large army is going to be coming at him.
Yeah, this is definitely a big army. This is much bigger than the army we saw against Artanis. It's 3 tanks, 3 vessels, a handful of race, and probably at least 2.5 control groups of Marines with some medic support. And he's leaving a few back home to defend.
Right now, Legendary's, like, his whole army is at his third base. And it actually needs to be outside of his third base so he can flank the army as it comes in.
Yeah, that is an opposition for it. And he may not be in position in time. Oh, nice, using these raids to pick off. Oh, the vessels are out in the open! No, irradiate! Oh, nice irradiate on the Muta. Needs to split it out, though. Pretty quick split, though. Let's get rid of it. And needs to pull the vessel back. Don't lose the vessel! Oh, one goes down, but more arriving. And these are getting obliterated. The good news is the Defiler Mount is done. He just needs to hold on for probably another, I don't know, 45 seconds or whatever for his consume to finish.
He probably has to wait like a good full minute before he can actually... well, let's see. If he just gets Defilers now...
running to the ramp. I think he wants to try to get one of the corner tanks, but at best he's going to get one, and I don't know if he'll even get that. Oh, Marine's running up to distract. Oh, but he loses a lot, and here comes a little bit of a flank with Hydra, but it's pretty small, and it's not enough to get rid of it, but he does have 4 hatch production, 4 bases. It's going to be close. I wonder if he's going to end up losing some of this base. It is a little tougher to go up the ramp, but he's losing everything right now, and pretty soon the Marines are going to be able to run right up.
Well, with the Lurkers back, the Marines are going to be able to run up the ramp without getting, like, skewered in a line.
And a little bit concerningly, there's not much in the way of anti-air right now. He's got like 2 Hydras and that Spore Colony, but that's not a whole lot to deal with these Wraiths. So the Wraiths can target down key targets, Defilers, stuff like that. Oh, don't engage the Spore though.
Okay, the Defiler is eating its own kind. And...
Did you just say we had Defiler eating Defiler?
No, it's eating other Zergs.
Oh, I thought it was eating... When you said its own kind, I thought you meant we had like Defiler on Defiler, and it wasn't.
It's not that kind of Defiler on Defiler action. I know that's your thing, but we're not going to be seeing that in this game.
It's a little too early for that much jubilation yet. Okay. Just the Wraiths are shooting a Lurker. I kind of like this Wraith usage. He's just picking off key targets, aka Lurkers, and possibly a stray Defiler. And, whoa, is he just going to run in here? I mean, there aren't any Lurkers right now, so Obelisko is thinking about it, running right in. He's going to kill the front tank, and he goes for the Nidus.
Some Lurkers just popped out.
Swarm, but he's underneath it. He's actually going to go ahead and pull away. Good second Swarm. Just going to have to keep running, and Hydra actually trying to pick off the tank. Nice focus fire on the tank there with that Hydra.
I should say
the tank goes the wrong way.
Pretty good control by Obelisko.
Yeah, oh, holy Scourge, though. That was every vessel. That was good.
Pretty good Scourge.
I don't think he wasted any, and he killed 4 vessels. Drops it out from Obelisko now.
Even if he did waste them, it looked really cool.
I don't know if he did though. He got 4 vessels in like 3 race. That's not bad. That's not bad skirt usage. And he's gonna irradiate Defiler. 2 more vessels have come up now.
Oh, here comes some more Scourge.
Obelisko, pay a little more attention to your vessels, man. But he's doing pretty good. He's need to burrow, and the swarm is up. Right, he's got to pull back right now. Oh no! Don't stay! Why are you staying? You're under swarm. What? What? Where's the focus? Okay, so a lot of Marines just died to that. A little unfortunate there. And we can see Legendary actually grabbing his 5th base now, just now starting at the natural, or just now finishing at the natural.
Obelisko is taking the corner base in the top left, which is what you want to do. You want to take that base in the top left, build a couple factories, and then just start sieging a bunch of tanks on the side of that cliff. So Reserve basically cannot get up there, even if they have like 24 Ultralisks.
Oh, Scourgy God. Okay, that was terrible cloning, but he does get both vessels. I think he may have sent extra just to try to get through the Marines to make sure he scourges the vessels.
Oh, there's a drop going into Legendary's main.
Oh, yep. I don't think Leg has seen it yet.
Legendary. Or, oh, he's confusing me.
Yeah, I just called him Leg. Oh, running behind the minerals. Artanis doesn't see it yet. 2 drones, 3 drones, 4 drones, 5 drones, 6 drones.
He's not Artanis. He's Legendary.
It was like 8 drones killed, so that is kind of obnoxious.
The obvious next target would be the Defiler mound.
Oh,
now the drones are gone.
Gonna swarm in and prevent that, unless there's a crazy medic block. But no, the medics are actually separated from the Marines, so they're gonna get cleaned up pretty easily, and there's a Defiler there. And it looks like the beginnings of a mech switch for, well, I think it's the beginnings of a mech switch, although it's only 2 factory tanks right now. And he's still making vessel. But there we go, okay, we got a factory going up now at his 4th base. That would be Obelisko's 4th base. Zerg, contrary to popular opinion, does not usually make factories.
Yeah, Zerg very seldom makes factories, and especially in TBZ, because they don't have that attack. And there's a small attack going on at the bottom right. There's no Defiler down there.
Yeah, this base is trouble.
Wait, there's a Nidus Canal, so he could send it through the Nidus Canal.
Yeah, but the Marines are going to be in a good position, and there's no other units. They need to get through here, but it's going to be too late, so he's going to lose this base. I don't think he can get units down quite that fast. The reaction time just a little too slow, so Leg does lose his 5th base there, and a lot more Marines coming over from Obelisko. Pretty low medic count, though, to be honest, for this many Marines. And to be honest, this is just a pretty big, scary bio army from Obelisko. Oh, there we go. Defiler support just in time. Nice defense of the ramp by Legendary. Oh, he's running down, but he doesn't have a swarm up yet. The Defiler might be caught on the ramp. Kind of everything's suiciding there. And there's another swarm. Oh, why is he trying to mine from down here? What? Oh, at the edge of the swarm, but the splash might actually kill off the lurkers. Oh, there's still one alive.
I think the drones that were mining from there are still mining from that area.
Yeah, you're probably right. That makes sense.
Oh, and the Defiler got irradiated. Does he have another one? Oh, yeah, he does. He can just send it through.
Oh, but he's up the ramp! He's up the ramp! Oh, now it's a little harder to defend with swarms. A lot more surface area to cover. Not as easy as just holding the ramp.
It's okay. As long as he has Nidus, he can just keep sending stuff through.
Oh, Fegu! Unlike all the Marines, but everything's dying before it can even touch the Marines, so this isn't working out very well. Irradiate the Defiler, man. He's got like 5 vessels. There we go.
That was a situation where you kind of didn't want to go Plague. You want to make a Dark Sworn. I mean, Plague is cool.
Mini Ling attack picking off a tank.
Plague is cool and all, but if you use it too much, then you end up losing your hatcheries and stuff like this.
Alright, so the situation is kind of grim for Leg now, although Leg has a ridiculous mineral bank, over 4k, but his gas is pretty low, and it's going to be an issue since he just lost 2 gas bases. And he's depleted his main geyser, or almost depleted his main geyser, and he's about to deplete his nat geyser. The only geyser that has a significant amount of gas left is his 3rd.
9
Oh,
o'clock.
big counterattack at the third, yeah. Big counterattack here with a bunch of Lings coming up, and Obelisko being a little slow to react. SCV is right now just kind of taking it from these Lings and not even trying to run away.
Drop,
Vacate SCVs and drop in the main all over the place. All of a sudden, it's like Obelisko gets to this point where he actually suddenly starts to go a little bit everywhere. He's targeting the Sunken, probably not the best target, and the Lurker doesn't seem to want to burrow. He's on strike.
I don't think he was focusing on Marines, so if you just have them attack, and there's like Sunken Colony, they will just target the Sunken Colony instead of like other buildings.
This is true. Alright, so pretty much all he's got to do now is make fire bats, and Obelisko wins the game. Because he's basically restricted to making only Zerglings. I mean, he's got 12 gas. 12 gas. It's pretty low. Pretty low. He is trying to retake both bases at the bottom.
With the amount of money that Legendary has, he should probably just go ahead and take the 6 o'clock position.
Yeah, no reason he couldn't at least try to.
I mean, as long as you have this much money, just go ahead and be a little bit greedy. And
major ultra attack up here at the top. There's only 2 tanks in a bunker, so I think this is going to kind of mess up the space for a little bit.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you want to have a whole bunch of tanks on that cliff, just so this can't happen. But, as you can see, this is happening. This is real.
Is definitely real. A lot of SCVs running and getting out of there. Unfortunately, Ultralists don't kill SCVs quite as quickly as Cracklings do. But at the same time, Obelisko has a freaking massive looking army, although some of it's the seed transfer. And I think he'll deal with the Ultras pretty easily. He has already lifted the CCs. I'd like to see him at the same time, though, send a group out over to the bottom right, because there's no defense there. Oh man, Irradiate's going to squish up these Ultras a little bit, and then I think he's going to clean them up. Unfortunately, Leg is going to lose all these Ultras, because they've got nowhere to run to.
That's going to really suck, because he's so low on gas.
Yeah, that's a lot of Ultras, unfortunately. So I'm trying to decide if it's even worth it at this point. I mean, it's good to shut down a lot of mining time and stuff, but that's a lot of Ultras. That's like 8 Ultras he's going to lose. I guess it depends in part on how long he delays Obelisko. I mean, this is sort of buying time for him to get up his other bases, because Obelisko's not really defending them, or pressuring them.
And at the bottom of the map, it does look like there's going to be a drop and
Counterattack.
Counterattack by
Legendary.
Legendary with a 3.
The dropship might have gotten scourged, as I totally don't know where it went. And here comes the big counter. So this is kind of a nice play from Legendary. He's just using small amounts of units where Obelisko isn't, to keep Obelisko running around the map, which is buying time for him to set up other bases and get back into the game a little bit.
And why is he running away from Zone Natural?
Oh, it's worth noting. Obelisko at the top left, he never actually cleared out the Ultras. Obelisko looks like he might be going and just going for it.
Alright, he's just going to lift his command center and just defend with his main. And he's going to go counter with... Okay, that makes sense.
Plague on 2 vessels there. Although I would have liked to have seen him at least clear out the top again, but he's not going to do that. He's landed his CC at the 4th base, a little off-center, but that is a lot of tanks coming in here. And Swarm doesn't... Oh, man, that is such a great spot for that Swarm, but can he get Lings to it? The Fire Bats, the Siege Tanks actually annihilating the Fire Bats due to their melee nature. But, oh, if he could only get units on top of these Siege Tanks, but at the moment he can't. But the Splash and the Siege Tanks kind of doing the work right now. He's going to kill that hatch off. And Legendary is just not making as many units as he could, even if he is limited to what he can make.
He does have, like, a few macro hatcheries in his main, but they're not really producing that. Like, there's one producing a couple... Well, there we go. Now they're all producing, but... And he's going to lose the bottom right, it looks like, because...
Yeah, he's gonna have to use it again.
just a Defiler and some Zerglings, it's just not enough against that many tanks.
He does get out the swarm, but they're just all going to die to splash. And yeah, this base unfortunately is dead again, which Leg is officially at the mined out point. He's got like 100 minerals left to mine. There's a little bit of bank left, but actually Obelisko is super low in supply though too, only at 90 supply, and Obelisko is hurting for money too. Obelisko just has all the gas that Legendary wishes he had.
Well, that's actually kind of a perk, because if he makes science vessels,
Pretty cheap mineral-wise.
it would be very cost effective against Legendary at this point to just make lots of science vessels and just irradiate all the heavy gas units that the Zerg makes.
So it looks like Leg is going to put together one last big army, and that is probably going to be all she wrote, unless he does big damage. Like if this army dies, it is huge though. If this army dies though, and he doesn't shut down some mining bases or secure something for himself, he's pretty dead.
I would say if either of them lose their whole army, that's it.
Yeah, with a significant amount of the other army left standing.
Because Obelisko, although he has a pretty decent-sized army, his economy is, actually his economy's just got rebooted because...
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Leg needs to do some damage, because he's got the 4 secured and he's still mining from the third. Although, 2 Lings have snuck their way into the third base. Obelisko doesn't notice because he's busy fighting right now. Although these Marines are absolutely massacring these Lings. Oh, there's nothing in the bunker, so there's 3 Lings right now, kind of wreaking havoc at the third. And here comes the Lings, but this attack is really poorly coordinated from Legendary. Everything is not coming in at the same time, and now a bunch of siege tanks arriving. And I think he's going to take care of this attack just fine. He is losing SCVs at the third, which he still hasn't noticed, but Legendary just lost a ton of stuff. Oh, this third base I'm a little scared for. Please notice your third is getting attacked and you need to cancel SCVs and lift. Please don't let the CC die to Lings. Third CC at the 9 o'clock. Is it going to die to Lings? No. What? What is going on? Why? Why did you let it die to Lings? Okay. CC dies to 3 Lings. That's a little depressing.
And he evacuated the Lings with the Overlord.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But I guess when you're as heroic as to kill a CC with just 3 of you, you deserve like personal evac back to the safe place, back to the hive. Oh, Eraser! Top 12 o'clock Eraser. So many drones gonna die. Oh, brutal. Although only actually 1 science vessel irradiated.
And it's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. And a bunch of tanks seized at the bottom of the ramp, kind of a nice place for that. Nice little choke funnel. And we can see the supply for Obelisko getting up. Oh, super irradiate here.
Yeah.
That's actually a sick irradiate. Oh my god. He target fired like on his medic that was irradiated. And Legendary says GG.
Is that unusual?
I don't know. I haven't seen it before. It was kind of cool. He had the medic, he ran it forward and all those other things attacked it, and then he target fired on that. It was kind of cool.
I'll take a drink of water.
Go for it.
Mmm. Did he just make the... Oh.
What's up?
Oh, he did make the game.
Well, let's join it then.
I did.
Oh, I'm too slow. Can't keep up with you. Well, actually, I don't know. Who's older between the 2 of us?
I'm 26, so I think I'm older.
You got me beat by a few years, by about 3. Neo Jade. So, Obelisko's got to be feeling good. He's killed the 2 strongest players, I think, on TAKK, so he should be feeling pretty comfortable right now. I don't know who his opponent is for this game yet, but we'll have to wait and find out.
And
2-1 the score in favor of DeSPA.
Is it best of 5?
It is best of 7, actually.
Oh.
So spawning in the top right-hand corner as your purple Terran from DeSPA, we have Obelisko. And in the bottom left-hand position as your yellow Zerg from TAKK, we have Green Elf. Of course, Green Elf, a member of our illustrious Skype Starleague chat. Unfortunately, Green Elf is not on the same caliber of players as Leg or Artanis. Green Elf is kind of between D- and D. So I would predict this to be a fairly straightforward win for Obelisco, but who knows? Green Elf may have prepared something up his sleeve. We'll just have to see what he's got for us today.
Oh yeah, I kind of was thinking like, oh, Artanis can beat Obelisco, and then I thought, oh, Legendary will take care of them, and then that 2-port after the expansion thing just seemed to have caught them off guard because it seemed like they didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Obelisco is showing he's got a little bit of game, at least in the context of a D-Ranks league. Nice little depot there. Of course, that depot by Obelisco makes the SCVs pop closer to minerals, so it saves that much extra second or so each time a new SCV spawns. And whoa, that is a 9 drone scout here from Green Elf. A lot of times you see 12-12 scout, like 12, one drone goes to make the hatch and the other drone goes to scout, but scouting very early. Also, for the record, I spawned in this replay with TAM music, which is always like the best thing ever. It's the best music.
It actually is. The Protoss music is just kind of, I don't know.
It's almost too relaxing. Protoss music, that is.
Yeah.
And
It's just like a choir that just. Zergs has like a guitar, but it's just like it's really quiet and it's like dark and evil.
Yeah, it's definitely dark. Zerg is interesting for me because they're so loud. Like, I always have to set my volume settings down like 1.5 every time I play Zerg, because like the overlords are so loud compared to everything else. I'm like playing normally, I switch to Zerg, and I've got this loud ass overlord like up in my face, and I'm like, quiet down, son. So we've got pool after the hatch, so it is hatch first, so 12 hatch and pool. Barracks done for Obelisco, who is just going to go ahead and be ballsy about it and make it CC. Not even going to make a Marine. Oh, he's actually scattered the 12 hatch now, so yeah, he's just going to throw down the CC. CTO.
And are we going to see early gas from Obelisco? Are we?
Is he going to go for the same build? Yep.
Oh, I think he is.
Or he's doing a big time fake. He's waiting for it. He's waiting for it. 100 gas. BR. Okay, there we go. Oh, third hatch. Interesting third hatch location from Green Elf, but nonetheless, third hatch as well as his gas. He built his third hatch really early. He is. Oh, never mind. No. Oh, he's making things too. This drone count is low. Oh, I think normally something seems wrong though. I feel like he doesn't have the drone count I would expect. Like usually you make it at like 14 drones and no lings. He's got like only 8 or 9 drones, and he's got like 6 lings. Oh no, never mind. He's got a few drones up here at the top. Okay, never mind. CC about to finish for Obelisco. He's got a bunker up, and that is what 6 lings? 6 lings from Green Elf. Looks like he's gonna leave 1 at home, 2 at home.
Yeah, I think he could be like paranoid about like a proxy factory because of like his hatchery location and where he's been scouting with the Zerglings, he's just like freaked out about like a proxy proxy factory. I guess it's okay to check for those kind of things, but
yeah, I guess also he could just be leaving them back for when the scout came back, so he could have lings to chase it and not have to run everything back. And he's got a few lings outside natural.
I actually did look, and he did scout the bottom right corner of his base with a Zergling.
Yeah, he did.
So he was looking for the proxy hatch.
Proxy hatch or proxy fact?
Fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's too scared of Obelisco's proxy hatch. It's a little difficult for Terrence to pull that one off.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the Zergs building their factories.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go consistent. He doesn't care though. He's confident with it, and he's been rolling people with it. Now, Green Elf obviously is not quite as strong of a player, so it'll be interesting to see how well he deals with this. He has also not added a Sunken, but he does have things outside the front, so I assume he'll add it as soon as this Vulture says, "What's up, yo?" which it just did. Micro it though, please. Okay, there we go. And now these... Oh, whoa. These Lings are being used in an interesting way. Let's go taking decent damage on this. There.
That
Oh,
sounds really dirty.
oh, this creep colony is actually... I don't like it. I don't like that creep colony. It's way too far forward.
It's okay.
And 2 creep colonies is a definite overreaction to a single vulture. It's not necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do it with 1.
Yeah.
As far as it being far forward, it's okay as well. If Obelisk is going speed vultures, I'd say no, it's not really acceptable. But also, I should point out that Green Elf's response to this is going to be lurkers. So each of the 3 Zergs who have faced Obeliscos so far have all fielded different responses to the same build.
And so
so
far,
far
none
not-
has worked.
We'll see how this one works. Although I
Oh.
don't see...
Oh, a Wraith is already showing its head, and Overlord is going to die to it.
I don't think a lurker push in cross positions is going to be very good against a Wraith build.
Someone's got a phone call.
That's not me.
Alright, so the viewers probably can't hear it, but there's a phone call going on in Skype right now. This Vulture just checking for any hidden expos. Oh, picks off the Zergling there with his 2 Wraiths. It's a little better. I'd like to see him. A lot of times, Obeliskos kind of ignored the random scouting Lings over the map, but I don't see if you're flying over him, you might as well take the half second it takes to kill him. And just like before, Obelisco likes to build up a lot of Wraiths. And I see, okay, against Muta, I get why you could stay in your base with the Wraiths, but he's making Hydra. Like, you can just go start harassing, although there is a score at both bases for Green Elf. And much different than the other games, Green Elf has not taken the much quicker third, which I think is going to come back to bite him, as he's pretty safe to take that, as just a few Wraiths really aren't that threatening.
And Green Elf wants a silicate supply. Just to let us know that Terran is doubled in supply.
Yeah, it's a little concerning. Probably just not enough drones, getting a little too afraid, making too many Hydra.
Yeah, I think he was kind of... His build at the beginning was kind of off.
Yep.
Like you said, it didn't seem like there was enough drones for what he was doing, and I'm not sure why that was.
And I have a feeling
I
he's
wasn't
getting
paying
rolled.
attention myself, but
when Obelisco comes out, I don't think he's going to be able to deal with this push. That is just solo econ, and even if he like kind of survives the push, it's just going to be like 2 base against 2 base, and that's pretty favorable for Terran, who tends to trade more efficiently in this matchup. So the Hydra, the slow draw counter, is moving across the map now, about 2/3 to go till we have speed.
and even if he gets lurkers, he does not have Overlord speed, so the rates. Let's say, for example, he decided to do...
These Hydras are straight dead. He has no... Oh, Cloak! Cloak can kill him! Or don't Cloak. There we go. Now is he going to kill him? Is he going to kill him? He should. Yeah, there we go. There's no Overlord, so Green Elf, okay. I mean, you got to think when some... Okay, he's not going to chase these. I guess he's worried about the possibility of a speedy Overlord coming up there and doesn't want to be, like, flying over Hydras right as the speed Overlord arrives. And the Hydra forced to scurry back in shame to their Zerg colony. To say they were forced to fly away from paper planes. And he's got his science facility, so if he plays normal, he's going to switch into double vessel, although he's really low on gas.
Oh, Green Elf is going Hydra Lurker.
Yep.
The
tank count is decent.
But, yeah, if the Terran does not if the Terran doesn't have a mobile force and they're just piling up units, you can't really attack into their base with Hydra Lurker. You have to have defilers. You have to have defilers to attack into the Terran base.
However,
So
the Wraiths are away and have already killed the drones, so we've got Wraiths in the
Oh.
main, and this is a really bad attack here from Green Elf. Everything is really clumped up, and he's not getting in the choke. There are a lot of tanks left, though, and he's trying to run on top of them with the Hydra. All the medics are shooting from below, or the Marines are shooting from below, which is actually kind of working out. He's going to eliminate every tank, but the bunker is still alive. All he needs to do is scan and kill that one Lurker, and the Wraiths immediately running back to defend, but they did kill 5 or 6 drones in the absence. And that is cleaned up, and unfortunately, that is like what Green Elf had. That was his army. He is now 30 supply against 83 of Obelisco.
So, when I said you need defilers to attack into the Terran base, that's what I meant right there.
You weren't lying. We got to see how that works out, and that was with the Marines being on the low ground attacking, so they didn't even kill the Hydra as fast, and they weren't actually blocking the Hydra from getting on top of the tanks. So that was really not the most favorable positioning for Obelisco in that engagement. I mean, I think he went down there because of the Lurkers, and he didn't want to get all his Marines dead, but he could have just kind of pulled them back and still kept them on the high ground. And now he's probably just going to push out and win, as he's not really remade any Lurkers, and by any I mean he hasn't remade a Lurker at all. So it's just pure Hydra against a Marine tank force, and that is not a strong combination.
It's actually going to be a very new composition that I don't think I've ever seen before. It's going to be Hydra Scourge.
Hydra Scourge against the tank Wraith vessel. I don't know where these Hydra are going, but they're not going where they need to go. And Obelisco is actually just giving chase with his Stim Marines. So now we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie, or Ring Around the Jade, or whatever you want to call it. As Obelisco pressures Green Elf back to his base. And these Lurkers, these look threatening. They look like they were going to be like, or these Overlords here on the right side look like they were going to be like drop Overlords, but they contain nothing. They're just along for the ride to spot race, and Obelisco is floating out his third base. And I assume at any moment here, Obelisco is going to go attack with his. This is like his patented attack: 4 tanks, couple of groups of Marine med, and some race. Bring your vessels and race. There we go. All right. Oh, Obelisco actually. Whoa. Okay, he hotkeys tanks, vessels, and race all in the same key. Interesting.
I don't. It doesn't seem bad, except if you need to use like your special abilities, like siege or cloak or something. You have to individually select your stuff.
And here it comes. There's 2 Lurkers. Tanks sieging up now, but this is just a big, beefy army. And of course, the Wraiths can pick off Lurkers. Oh, he's running in the Hydra desperately. I don't know what they're doing. He's trying to target fire the tanks, but he's being a little too tank obsessed. Loses like 10 Hydra, and there's just too many units. Holy mass Scourge, though. No cool dove moves, though, to target down the Scourge, but still just totally overrunning the force of Green Elf. Nothing is left, and GG.
He did get all the science vessels, though.
He did. That's why I was hoping Obelisco was going to go like dove status on us and like target fire down all the Scourge, but he didn't.
So unfortunately, that game was pretty one-sided.
So you'll. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So, who do they have left to send out?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think they're out of Zergs. Well, though, it looks like Obelisco might need something other than a Zerg.
I don't know if they should send out another Zerg. I think they should send out a Protoss.
And look at that, they did. So, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner with the 3-run lead is DeSPA's Obelisco. And in the bottom right-hand corner from the All-Kill Kings, aka TAKK, we have Bad Seed, otherwise known as the Badass the Organizer. the guy who runs this league. We'll see what he has in mind.
Will he be able to plant his seed in Obelisco's base?
Indeed. And will it sprout into something deadly to crush this Terran player?
Well, I actually do kind of like this map for Protoss. Well, actually, no. Actually, I take that back entirely. Which is a pretty quick reversal of
Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Hold that thought. Bad Seed is making a pylon. Oh my god, he's made a pylon, guys, at 8 supply. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Shit just
Oh
got
my
real.
god.
And Obelisco is actually countering with a depot. What is going on already? This game is officially crazy. I don't even
Oh
know.
my god.
Like, a pylon at 8, holy shit. Well, let's just have to see what they follow up with, though, from here.
Oh my god, that depot is like silver.
Yeah, it's like, doesn't even have Obelisco's colors. This game is trolling. Oh, suddenly it gets a
wait.
paint job.
Okay,
That's a really fast
it's
paint
blue.
job. Think about that. It's got nothing, and then all of a sudden it's got like a complete blue and green paint job.
Oh, okay. Do you think Seed is gonna build a gateway?
No, I think he's gonna go gas 4 pylons.
Actually, he has. It's a really late gateway.
I think it's 12th Nexus. If I
Oh,
was
yeah.
unless he is actually saving for the infamous pylon gas 4 more pylons build.
Oh, actually, 12 next would be pretty good on this map because they wouldn't be able to bunker rush it.
I guess they could, but it'd be a little harder, that's for sure.
Well,
No, it's 14 next. 14 next. Okay.
Oh,
This is interesting. This is not nearly as safe as 12 Nexus. I mean, it is a little more economic. It's a pretty late 14 next, and I liked it. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is obnoxious by Obelisco, but I love it. I love it. Super obnoxious depot. Just gonna delay the living daylights out of Nexus. I think he should come back and build it a little more. Oh, he's gotta cancel it. Is he gonna throw up the net? No, throw it up, throw it. Oh, okay. Just barely gets it. That was actually close. And the gateway actually has to go up at the same time. So that Nexus was not as fast as Chris Holo, aka Bad Seed, would have liked.
and so Obelisco counters with a whatchamacallit?
Iraq CC?
Yeah.
It's one way I call it. Oh, the SCV, 10 health, 10 health. Oh, can he get it? He's gonna run away. Repair it, repair it, repair it. It's gonna heal. It's gonna magically Reagan. He wants it. Oh no, I thought he wanted it, but he doesn't seem to want it. I
Can't find it.
He's trying to drill. It's running. It's running. It's a chase. He's in hot pursuit. I guess the SCV broke the law, and the police is trying to catch him. But who's gonna win today, the Popo or the SCV?
It stole that crystal.
Yeah, it did. And the Popo is trying to bring it to justice. Oh, it's going for a building. It's going for a bunker. Go kill it. Oh. All right, so I have to say the Protoss Popo is not very dutiful in their job, and now there's a Marine out.
Or the Pro-Paro, as they are known. In the hood.
In the hood, in the Protoss hood. Or I should say in the Terran hood, which I guess would just be the human hood. Alright, so Nexus is done. Probe transfer of a couple probes probably wouldn't hurt, but... Got 3 cube probes, Cybercore going up. He actually only did 1 gateway, man. I mean, he did scout, though, that Obelisco was Raxifi, so I guess he doesn't really need the 2 gateways. Transfer probes, yo!
He should probably actually take another Nexus. And then Terran should take another command center. Then the Protoss should take another Nexus. And it should just keep doing that.
So what you're saying is into a non-aggression pact?
It should just keep expanding to counter the other person's expansions over and over and over.
This is a bad deal for Protoss, though. Because then Terran gets the same number of expos.
Actually, it looks like Seed could be actually expanding.
Is he really gonna do this? Is he really gonna 14 Nexus into 1? Oh, okay, it would be 2 gate double Nex. That would have been pretty crazy.
Yeah, he did get the Dragoon range. He did get the second gateway.
At first I thought it was gonna be like 1 gate Zealot double expo. I was gonna be like, holy mother of greed. Oh, the scouting SCV is gonna pop in and see the 2 gateway. Gonna see nothing else threatening. Robo is on the way for obbies. And Obelisco's just kind of chilling. Actually,
I
this
wonder.
Go ahead.
Oh no, no 2 port wraith.
No, as awesome as that would be, I don't think it's gonna happen. That was kind of a random pylon. Really, it's not a pylon wall, and he didn't need to build it that earlier. And he is dancing his probe over here, so I can only assume that he's going to throw down the Nexus here any second. It's just still some pretty crazy mode Protoss style.
And you were correct. It is indeed a Nexus.
And the range. I mean, this is 2 Nexuses before range is done. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. And the Robo is now warping in.
That's just because range takes too long to get done.
And
Blizzard
is starting some turrets.
Blizzard should buff range so it can get done faster.
Yeah, you should just make it done instantly. Like, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, think of how fast, like, it'd be so obnoxious. You could, like, probably go, like, 2 gates and, like, well, no, you'd have to build the core to get gates. Never mind. That idea was shot down quickly by logic. Okay, so a few high ground goons are going to harass the bunker. This is pretty cute, but there is a siege tank somewhere. Oh, it can shoot all the way across. Nice. Nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Obelisco knows his stuff. Looks like he's prepared this map a little bit, or played on enough to know that that would work.
What if he didn't know that was going to work, but it just did?
Reboot, by the way, from Crisolo. Then he's lucky. And, Obelisco's base, 2nd barracks, 3rd barracks. We have mass racks. We have deep something. I don't know if it's deep 4, deep 6, or what it's going to be.
Well,
But
it's a deep
barracks.
3 so far.
Now it's a deep 4. And make it a deep 5. Are we going to add one more?
Well, it's very deep, that's for sure.
And this has got to be scary as hell. I mean, this is almost a fast enough 3rd that he could kick in before, but he's not adding gateways, so he's chilling on 2 gateways. Though he's getting reboot, which gives him a better chance for this than other.
Now it's adding on gateways.
But how many?
But he did
Where?
go,
Oh, yeah, I see him.
to the northeast of his Nexus.
Fair enough.
But the reason he didn't get the gateways sooner is because, I don't know,
Because he was spending all his money on Nexi and reboots.
possibly.
And obviously he hasn't scouted this yet. The medics are being made, and then he's going to make Marines, and he's going to move out, and this is going to be super scary. I mean, he has 3, 4, 5, 6, he's got 7 goons. The tank count is almost equal to that. There's 5 tanks, with 7 on the way. And Crisolo just pumping goons, and he's got a shuttle reaver. I don't know where did it go. Whoa! Okay, this is so greedy. He is actually going to take a 4th Nexus. This is so greedy. I think he's just going to die. Unless he has, like, snow level reaver control, he's going to straight up die. He's going to take the reaver.
Oh yeah, there's that obnoxious unbuildable area up there.
Oh, reaver! Pretty good scarab shot there.
Nice.
Oh, he's not reacting. Oh my god, that's a lot of SCVs. That might change the outlook of this game a little bit as he just picks off about 10 SCVs. Is he going to lose? No, not over the turn. No! Okay, he turns around. He doesn't really have a lot of room to maneuver, and he's just oh, the shuttle! Alright, at this point, I think he is straight dead. He also got really distracted during that reaver micro, did not macro anything. So now he's gone back and started queuing up some zealots. But he's making zealots that might be without leg speed. I don't think it's been researched yet. He's throwing down a Templar Archives, though, which is going to cut down Obelisco's 10, but Obelisco is moving out, and Crisolo has got to be... I don't think he needs a siege. I think he can just run over, but he doesn't know that Protoss is, like, saving for a 4th Nexus yet. But this is just too much army, and he can just straight A-move this. There's 5 goons here. He can just walk across the map and kill him, and I don't think Crisolo can get out enough stuff. I would like to see one of these zealots move to see if they have leg speed. Like, if they had leg speed, he'd have the slightest of chances. But
I don't know. I mean, if they're going deep 6, they could just go fire bats.
Yeah, he could do that too. But Obelisco's not going fire bats, and I think he's just going to walk across the map and win. He does not need a siege, and I think he's starting to realize that now. Okay, he's actually still no. That's really giving him more time than he should give him. He doesn't really doesn't have to siege against this low of a goon count, and he should have scans, so he should be able to see. That's like what there is. Crisolo, though, on a little bit of a high float here. He doesn't need to have Okay, actually I know why. That's because he paused, and it was part because he decided instead of Nexus, he needed to get gateways because this push was coming. And stimming and running forward here, and he's in range of the tanks. A lot of stuff dying, picking off like 3 goons and a zealot or 2, and continuing to give chase. I guess no reason not to. And there is 4 goons left over here, and there's 3 goons and a reaver in the natural. Second reaver's out. The shuttle, if he get the shuttle, he'd have the. But still, there's just so much stuff. I don't even think with shuttle at this point he can defend. And it's a slow shuttle too. Okay, probably. Oh, DTs though. DTs are kind of nice against this. What's the scan status? He's got no energy, and he's got 1 scan. Okay. 1 DT actually just dying to splash though, and now he needs to throw down the scan. He does. He gets 1 DT. He gets the other DT. And he's being pushed back. The shuttle is not out. These are just crawl reavers. The tanks can actually just gradually creep their way in and even siege the reavers if they want to, which he's trying to do right now. The reavers are participating, but now they are in range of getting sieged by this forward tank, and Obelisco getting into great position. And I just don't see Crisolo holding this whatsoever. Another scan is out for that DT.
But on a positive note, Crisolo is building 3 gateways at the top right.
He is, but I just don't think he's going to get an army out to deal with this. I mean, this build is just so hard to stop unscouted. I mean, these DTs are the right choice, but he needed them a little faster. And just kind of like try to bait scans with them. Oh, he's actually got a DT attacking the tanks. I think Obelisco's currently out of scans, probably a little bit worried here, but he's building a turret. Oh, he's got another scan, so the DT instantly target fire down. Oh my god, Manor CC! Oh lord. Obelisco showing his DM style, being like, get out of my game, bro. He is pretty dead. I mean, 3 gates at the top is nice, but an empty shuttle and 3 gates at the top is not enough to stop this. And since Eco is dead, I mean, he's got a few probes there, but he doesn't even have a Nexus. Okay, so he's gonna try to micro this 1 Reaver. What kind of Reaver micro does he have? Reaver.
Well, it's really not the Reaver micro, it's really the shuttle that does the...
Yeah, it's true. It is interesting that we call it Reaver micro, even though it's really shuttle micro or shuttle Reaver micro. I don't really know. It's kind of funny that Obelisco is being like this patient and like continuing to like creep seeds forward when there's no units left. But I guess he's taking this seriously. He's gonna get an all kill, and I guess he wants to make sure he doesn't mess that up. He's beginning preparations to take Protoss' main. And here comes some sneaky DTs, but there's turrets all over the place, so they won't do anything.
And Chris
The last
did build...
DTs.
He did build a Nexus in the top right.
But now he's got 2K float, and GG!
Oh, I was hoping that he'd like build a base up there and try to come back with a secret base.